There we go. So, today's stream, I'm going to try and make this scene look like space. Um, I have some reference uh, concept art, which I'm going to take a look at and see how close I can get this scene to look. It's not going to be too much special. I'm going to be learning at the same time as I'm creating because I haven't done this type of scene before. But I do know that I want to make sure it looks right because this scene isn't specifically a level, but more or less it's what you can call it. It's a scene, yes. More or less it's a scene, just a fancy scene that you can move around in. So I want to maintain the being able to move around in it, but also have it look just as beautiful as a scene. So let me just find my concept art. Okay, there we go. So this is just a standard platform. First thing I notice is I like the amount of light that comes through. I like the vibrant colors more than the soft. We'll see how this holds up. And then I'm gonna see if I can take off the guide, the selection thing. Let's scope in here. See if this works. I'm gonna choose black. Guides. Surface snap. Shapes. Definitely a circle. Want it spray paint. Do I want it to be a circle? Yeah, definitely a circle. Want the soft blend to be up. And I want my opacity to be down. Let's see how this works. So there's my tool. Okay, that's big enough. Well, let's see if this works. If I go black right here. There we go. Yeah, that looks good. Now, how about that soft blend? Can it blend any softer? I'm wondering if I'll be able to... Okay, so it works, but this is just a little too bright. Let's see, maybe if I have it brighter. Let's go ahead and try that. What I'm trying to do is let the edges be softer before I start adding paint, because paint adds a little bit of fuzziness and it also adds a little bit of frame rates. So see, right now it's blending the colors too much. Not sure how I feel about that because I won't get the necessary effect I'm going for. Okay, snap back down to this. I'm trying to think of ways to do it. Maybe afterwards I can increase this. Hmm. Trying to find the most effective way of making it look spacey but not too bright. I'm wondering, I think that might be the way I have to go. Is if I increase my sun brightness to a decent amount. Because now you can see a lot more colors, which is good. And then maybe I have to add like a light. Let me just use this for example. Let's just, what's the highest this can go? 500. Fade range. Ooh, yeah, I like this. This might be the way I go because I can get some really nice details using light and color. I can pretty much fake my galaxies depending on the pattern. And this won't add any fuzziness to it, which is really good. Yeah, I think that's the way I'm gonna go. So I'll keep it right here because see this right here looks great. So now when I'm blending it, I can start separating some little galaxies out. I like that bit of blue. Let's make sure this is down. So we still have a little bit of color in the background. And then, so that looks good. I like the connecting. This green, let's try to make a shape with that. Keep a little bit of that down there, but separate the green and the purple. See if I can. There we go. Below, I kind of want more black than anything to get that feel of actual level. So I don't feel like they're falling onto something. I feel like they're falling more or less to their death if they fall off. There we go. That's a nice little spot. So I have one green, the orange. We just have a lot of blue. Definitely need to separate this. There we go. See, that looks good. It looks like we're in space. Alright, now for the next step, let me just take a look at what this looks like. Death below. Looks good. Where's update mode at? Is it in tools? There we go. So now I got this going. I want to add my pathway. I think that's the next thing I'm going to do is add the pathway first. So initially we start from the center. How should I do this? Should I make it multiple pieces or one singular object? Let's see. Stay upright. Grid. We're going to start with red. And then we're going to take off this, even though that can get real iffy. So how big do I want this? Hmm. I need it to be flat. Do I? So right now I'm trying to figure out how I want to make this pathway, because this pathway is long and I don't necessarily want to make it one whole scope, because if I do that I won't be able to have angles and curves into it. So I think what I'll do is I'll leave it a flat piece, and this looks wide enough. Please tell me that's on the. Oh, great. We need it on stamp mode. So this is how I'm gonna do the bridge. I'm not gonna do this thing because I'll lose a little bit of quality. I actually want the quality to be up. We'll stamp that in. Do want to be able to grab it. We'll stamp that there. Lift this up. See how wide that is. Okay, that's pretty wide, which is good because it gets smaller. What's the world surface? See if I can have this aligned to the grid. Will it help if it actually aligns to the grid? Let's rotate it. No, it rotates based off its original alignment. Great. This one's going to be actually, because if it rotates based off its original alignment, then it's going to just throw everything off. I'm going to get rid of that and just make a new shape. Then put grid align on. I don't know why they have smear still on there. I think I'll go with this white. Let's see. Looks good. Stamp it there. Then I'm gonna paint it. Then I'm gonna go red. I'll go with this orange. We just gotta hope I space this out right. It's killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. Okay. Grid, you're going off. Just annoying sometimes. I wasn't initially gonna have it just straight, but I think for the purpose of what I have next, what I have planned next, it'll look good. Because I was just going to have it random colors. Green. Yeah, this works. Blue. Actually, let's mix the blue and go straight here. There we go. I need to make sure that went to the bottom. Okay, it did. Then I can see. Look at it with this. Stay up right off. It's not bad. It's not exactly what I was hoping for. That's kind of what I was hoping for, except for we don't really have the yellow and we don't really have the blue. Like there is no real yellow. There's gotta be a better blue. Nope. Okay, this blue's way better. This orange doesn't go over the edge. Ooh, wait a second. This orange. Does it go over the edge? Yeah, it does. That gives it more color. Okay, that's cool. What about waxiness? Waxiness helps the edge. This gives it more color. Hmm. Turn this down. Trying to find which one looks the best. No, I don't like that one. There we go. It has a look to it, which I'm okay with. Yeah, the space looks beautiful. Okay, so we're getting somewhere. Emit light, never cast shadows, never sound, don't want grass, want gravel. I wonder what. Yeah, it just sounds a little cray cray. We'll find the perfect sound for it later. So this will be the bridge. Okay, let me go back to my concept art. I mean, it looks super smooth, and that's one thing I like. I might not be able to do this effect. I might have to just hand paint it. We'll see. Hmm. I'm gonna try another way before I continue with that, because I do like the concept art a lot better. We're gonna have it grounded to the floor. Stay upright. See, I can't have surface snap. I wonder if I can make it small, then just blow it up. Now this time I'm gonna try the smear. I'm gonna start with white. So I'm gonna try this with the smear tool. Gotta think really small first. I got an idea. Cause I think they did it before where they made it spinning. I'm wondering if I make this spinning, will I be able to sculpt on it? So let's see. Advanced rotator on here. And then I only make it rotate on one axis, which is the Y. Could I make my spiral from just using that? Let's see if this works. Okay, in play mode that works. There we go. So, can I sculpt on top of this? Let's just see for a second. Nope. That doesn't work. I know you can do paint, but I won't be able to get a perfect spiral with the DS4, I don't believe. If you know anything in chat that can help me get this spiral, that'd be very, very helpful. But I need to make a perfect spiral, or near perfect. We'll go ahead and just try the hard way. Kaleidoscope won't help. None of these other modes will help me get this spiral. And the only thing I can think is if I try to go fast with this DS4. And even when I go fast, I get the ugly look. So there's got to be a better way. Hmm. How can I do this? Spiral, spiral, spiral. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it needs to be smooth. Wonder if I can make this spiral and then chop it later. This is going to be the biggest challenge, is just to make this spiral decently. I do like that so much better. Can I tweak the color of these? I know what I'm going to do. In a sense, this is the only thing I think I can do. We'll go with dark blue, so I don't have to do as much work. I'll make sure it's on stamp. Now I can copy this. We'll always make a circle. Now if I put in between. There we go. Using your brain. And I can just keep doing it until it's smoother and smoother and smoother and smoother. And hopefully it doesn't take up a lot of space. And let's go ahead and turn on our thermometer. Now that's smooth. Rotate. There we go. Nice. finally getting it. There we go. Just takes a little bit of struggling and figuring things out, testing it, then you can finally get it. Good. Next, it has to do almost has to do a revolution, but at this rate I might be too far out to do a revolution, but if I did one, I mean it's dialogue that's happening. So yeah, now that I got it, I'm gonna speed this up now. I'm gonna see if I can get at least close to one revolution. Won't be a perfect spiral, but it'll be pretty dang close. There we go. Guess you could say I just leveled up in sculpting. I know a lot of people been doing this, but I keep forgetting about it. Rotate. Can I raise it up? Yeah, let's make it go up a little bit. Just for poops and giggles. Eventually I'm gonna lower the quality of this bridge anyways. I don't like that. So I'm gonna bring it in more. And then it's gonna spiral all the way around. I wish there was a way it told you how many clones I had. And then rotate. Can I zoom out while holding this? Okay, there we go. Let's... Maybe I won't raise it up just yet. Yeah, this will work. And then on the next one, it'll just pass through and then go off. Stop getting closer, camera. Let's choose our angle. There we go. So now I have my spiral going around. So I'm thinking I should just put like a ball so I know exactly where it's at. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and just create this sphere. White sphere. Place this down. Okay. What's going on here? There we go. See, when I look at it like that, I kind of don't like the other options I did. And I don't know how far he can jump himself. Yeah. I'm gonna go back to here. And I'm gonna place a ball. And I know it's not perfect, but I just I do like things to line up correctly. So this little spot is supposed to be like this big. That looks pretty big. There we go. Let's see how long this takes. And you can't really tell that sharp corner right there. Oh wow, that is perfect. 22 seconds. Good. Copy you. Zoom out. Bring it in a little bit. I don't think the player can make that jump. And it's okay. Let's shrink it up just a teeny bit. There we go. The same thing, we're gonna go past it. So wraps around, goes past, and then it just wiggles away. So we're gonna go past it like right around here. Maybe just a little bit more arc. Now this one would be easy. Like if I know I can make that jump, I gotta change it. Okay. Let's see how that looks. It's not a perfect spiral, but hey, when you're down this low, you can't tell. Yeah, it doesn't look like you can make that no matter what. Okay, let's try that. Dang it. There we go. Awesome. I'm gonna grab this and this. And my character. Where's that stupid block? Oh, yeah, it's invisible. We'll go ahead and make it not invisible. Now I gotta reselect everything. That, the floor, Splatty, light, game logic. Move everything over. Goodbye, floor. Don't need you no more. And then I kind of wanted to arc and arc away. So this is good. This is where things get a little complicated. So I want this to come over here. I want to raise up. And I want to rotate. Not that way. Not that way. Oh, please help me. How can I rotate this? I think I'm gonna have to take off precise movement. There we go. So I can rotate it this way. And then... Why can't I rotate the other way? That's interesting. I'll bring it down, then up. Nope, that was too harsh of an angle. Yeah, you can only rotate left and right. I can't tilt it the other angles. That baffles me. Oh, stay upright's on. That's why I couldn't do it. That's literally what the devs like. Be like, every time I'm watching their stream, they're like, why isn't this working? And I know the answer. It's like something simple. This is exactly how they feel. Cool. I mean, I guess I'm fine with that being like that. Can I reset this one? There. Now let's see if I can do it just without it. Yeah, see I can do it without precise moving on. Awesome. So next I need to take this ramp and swing it back across over here. I would say bring it up, rotate it, just like that. And then make this super smooth, smooth as I can get it. Only 6% on graphics, jeez. That's really good. I can't wait to see where it's gonna say, oh, this scope's too complicated. But 6% is amazing. Now, will this game be able to figure out how to rotate it the other way? Let's see if I can rotate it flat. Recenter my imp. There we go. If I can rotate it flat and bring it down. At What do you think about this? Gotta look at my concept art. It would cross over and just rotate around it. Take one and rotate that way. Although I want more loops around the first. Hmm. Let me see. Gotta time it. So everybody's gonna run. They're gonna jump. And interact with things. I'm streaming. Hey, I'm streaming. Yeah, it should take you around another one. So all that work I put into that is for nothing. Should kind of go wide and then maybe go the other direction. Trying to think. I'm gonna try and save this. By angling it right here. As long as it's the same distance. Yeah. Probably make it go even farther around. There we go. I would have never thought you can make smooth terrain pieces with this tool. But you actually can pretty good. Oh jeez, what the heck just happened? So right now I'm working on a space scene. It's coming along, but making this spiral how I want it is a little challenging because it's gonna have a little bit of gameplay. And then I'm going to copy this again. Get my little points, zoom out. Angle it the correct way. There we go. Yeah, there we go. That's good. And this is where it'll fall apart. Come on. I should have enough to make this one smooth too. The bigger the distance, the harder it is to get those edges to look smooth. That looks good. And then right here, when it crosses here, it's going to break off. Wonder if I should. No, I probably should just make it go here first. Yeah, I'll probably just have it meet here first before I just break it off myself. But at least making it look decent. There we go. So this is going to be a scene that has a little bit of gameplay. A little bit of gameplay. Not a lot. But I want it to be, most people do scenes, but you can't really, son of a. Most people do scenes, but you can't really walk around in them. This is going to be a scene that you can walk around in and kind of interact with. But that's also because it's part of the story to Splatty's adventure. There we go. I feel like you can make that jump. I gotta try it. Nope, can't make it. Good. No possible way you can make that jump. Let me go ahead and copy this. With precise movement on. I'll put you right here. Shrink you up. Go ahead and give you a color. Actually, I like this little effect you can do if you make it black and you don't give it color. Holy crap, it wasn't that. Don't midlight, don't cast shadows. Okay, now the fog's going. It's not doing it right now, but oh well. Maybe they fix it. I guess I'll give it back just a little bit of color. It's just a reference point. So now I got a spiral. Can I just copy this and make it easy for myself? I think I will. I think I'm just gonna copy this. Why do you do this to me, game? Why is it rotating on that axis? $180. There we go. Problem is, I want the bridge to get smaller. So I'll use this as reference. So I'll just lower this down and make this red. Now I'll make this side, when I paint it, I'll make this side more colorful and the other side darker. So now that I got that, I can make the bridge seem a little bit more hectic. What did I just do? So over here, rotate you, rotate, also rotate, and shrink. Bam. Looks great. And then, same thing. Let's get over here, shrink, rotate it even more. I think what I'll do at the end of it is go inside and delete some of these pieces. To make it not as complete. Now this one, I'm wondering if I should just have it cut in right away. Hmm. No, I'm gonna still have it go around. Do I want to rotate this though to make it just a little bit interesting? Where's my little? There we go. Let's see, can I rotate this way to make it interesting? It's a hard cut. I'm not a fan of that. And this one's a smooth one. Make it a little wider. There we go. It's just gonna cut right in. Excuse me. I don't know why when I'm talking, I always have to like clear my throat. Every time I stream. It's probably because I'm so quiet. Usually when I'm creating, I'm in either absolutely silence or I got some music playing. I do prefer the music method a lot more, if I'm being honest. I'm gonna have you dip below. That looks good. Yeah, it looks good. And then let go. And then I'm gonna have you come straight towards it. do like that below fill. So it's going below. Yeah, that looks good. There we go. Now what I can do is increase my details. I know this is gonna eat at the thermal, but it's okay. 1, 2, 7% graphics. Actually, I can't increase it anymore. That's hilarious. Can I decrease it? Yeah, I can decrease it. I just can't increase it. Works fine for me. So as you can see, this is my bridge. I don't want this to... Okay, it's not emitting light. Cool. Good. That looks good. I gotta see how long it takes, so this is kind of boring, but it's part of also playtesting. See how long it takes to do this run. Like I said, there will be a little bit more than just running. There might be a jump. There might be some stuff to just move out the way. It's kind of what I was going for. But you're in space, and you're only going to visit this for one scene in particular. So if it takes a minute, that gives me 1 minute of gameplay. Doesn't look like there's any shortcuts. I don't think I'll slide off and die. I don't think. Getting pretty steep here. But I'm still making it. Awesome. Whoa. Yeah, see. Oh, shoot. Good. So yeah, that was a minute worth of gameplay, which I'm not padding it. There's going to be more than just running along this road that you're going to see. So, you know, don't judge me for that just yet. What is this? Okay. Flick pattern. We're going to change this one up. Let's see. Super waxy. Rough. I'll look into this stuff a little bit later. Think stone. None of them really have the sound I'm looking for because it's the sound from the character's feet. Now I gotta paint this. Pinks and purples and blues. We'll start with oranges and greens towards the beginning. Paints, we'll start with like I said, yellows. Here we go. Definitely want my yellows, but I need the opacity down because I barely pressed that. Always paint more. Let's go orange. Go with reds. Then it switches to like a hot pink. We can go with purple. I wonder, do I go with the dark blue or regular blue first? Let's try regular blue. And then to the darker blue, which is already there. What about that dark purple? Even better. And then we can go with black. That looks good. Let's see, can I hide everything else? Now the thing is, I have waves of different colors. So here's my rainbow road. Get this red. Shrink you up. Probably put on surface snap. Kaleidoscope won't help. Mirror won't help. Just got to make sure that the opacity is down. I need a little bit of blend because my hand isn't steady enough. I don't like that. I almost like this look a lot better. Just a nice. Because I can add the other details to it. But I want to see if I can get the edges. Maybe make the edges fade to a white. What if I go surface snap on? Oh, it doesn't really work because I'll always be painting the front. I just have to paint it. Here we go. I think depending on where it's set, it'll switch up. Oh, I kind of need that light though, because it adds to the effect. I can't see. Yeah, see, that looks a lot better. And then I'm gonna switch it to a yellow. I'm gonna paint the inside yellow. There is no easy like shortcut to artwork. I mean, there are, but not when you're trying to make something perfect. It's usually you have to take the long way. And this is one of those cases where I have to take the long way. Now I can go with yellow because it started to switch to orange. I'll blend. Kind of wish, yeah, I kind of wish the soft blend was up more. Let's go with orange now. This is like the perfect angle for painting with the DS4. This subtle detail will be noticed. Not as much as you would think, but if you look ahead, you see this nice flat bridge. But if you look over here, you'll see like an edge and just a nice extra like glow to it. That's kind of what you want to go to when you're trying to make something look soft. It's like this nice glow. Of course, it ends right there, but you can kind of tell, gives it a little bit more variety. And I'll do another pass, but for right now, I just gotta take the long way. And then I'm probably not gonna switch to red until the end, closer to the end of this pink cycle, because I want a little bit more variety. So yeah, right around here is where I'll switch to red. I went a little high there. Looks fine. Let's go with red. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Nice little highlight. Just gonna keep on going till I start to see the shade changes. There. I'm gonna match the other side. I don't know where it stopped, but I think it stopped right around here. So I'm gonna continue from here. started a little high. Actually, I started a little way too high. Looks good. So initially, like when I'm designing stuff, I have ideas in my mind. I have our concept artists come up with something, and then I go through the easiest way I think I can build it and keep the gameplay feeling smooth. And then I have to think about, okay, what works and what doesn't work, and what's entertaining, what's not entertaining. So this level is almost like a cutscene. I just don't want it to be a long cuts. Like it's not a full cutscene. There's a cutscene in it, but I don't want it the first level to just be a cutscene and then you get thrown into the game. I kind of want it to be a little more interactive, a little more magical, and that's kind of what I was going for. And so this is gonna help bring that magic out in a sense when you see the environment and you interact with it. And it's like I don't want this to be an open environment because that's just a lot of work gameplay wise, but at least a linear environment where you get to explore for a little bit. Okay, so now we're gonna definitely have to switch to the purple. Right there. And then let's go to purple. I just want to blend this in. So I was looking a hot mess. I can't necessarily see it. It's not. It's not there enough. The purple isn't. So I'm just gonna increase it a little bit. Oh gosh, this one's gonna be hard because it's going up the angle. Okay, that looks good. Now it's starting to show. And it's starting to switch colors again. Now I'm still gonna add some variety over here to colors a little bit more than back there, but I at least want to start with this. I think the edges is the hardest part. Yeah, see, I think the purple looks really good over there. I'm probably just gonna go straight to the dark purple or something, cause it's supposed to get dark over here. Yeah, this looks good, and I'll just go from this to black. Yeah, I think this is where the dark purple comes in. The music in the background, shoot, is actually my music. Me and a friend from school, he actually made the music, and I help him. I paid for him to do it, and just told him what I want to tweak. And yeah, it's pretty cool that I can play my own music and not have to worry about copyrights. Okay, I'm gonna try and blend this. Good. Bring it down. There we go. Let's see how this looks like light and this looks like dark. Looks good. That looks so good. Now, ooh, that's a good idea. So, initially, my concept artist had like these geometrical shapes inside. What if I soft point is off, stamp these geometrical shapes in there. So like this is orange, but if I stamp my red down? Yeah, that's it. There we go. And I can always switch up the color. I could think the pink would be nice here. And let's turn down this opacity just a little bit. There we go. That looks good. And then he had a little bit of green. I know you guys didn't see no green on the bridge, but he actually had green. So I'm gonna see if I can get like a nice hard stamp of green somewhere at near the beginning. Okay, there we go. Now can I move these? Cool. There. Now I can get my stamp of green in. Probably right here. Nice. Lower my opacity back down. And then I'm gonna stamp other colors like the blues. Boom. Let's go with pink. Go with yellow. A light yellow. Let's go with I think I'm gonna just stop trying to, because I have a little bit of OCD, so I start being very specific. So I'm gonna stop trying to control my brush strokes and let my brush strokes just happen. It's literally a problem I have with everything I do. What about white? What does white do? Does it add a little bit of... Yeah, it's a little bit of... I don't like it. I need it to be at least a 10 of yellow. It's not yellow. There we go. Why does it keep going through it? I need some blues. Is it even painting anything? Yeah, it is. That makes a difference. That's so good. I think I'm gonna make it geometrical shapes now. Just enough movement. There we go. That looks good. We're gonna change you up now. You're just a void. Nice. Looks good. Looks really, really good. You're gonna have to make that look like clouds and craziness. This is good. Does this emit light? See what happens when it stops emitting light. Oh, that's not min light. These got darker. 13% is where I was. Sometimes it just takes long for it to stop emitting all the particles from the light. Oh, that's not a min light. I can actually see the colors. You see, it makes that green look so flat. I'm wondering if I'm just gonna have to lighten up the ground. But then that might make my character look washed out. He just has a harsh shadow on him. Hmm. That's a problem for another day, actually. Because I don't like this. But I don't want this emitting light. But it missed the perfect amount of light for here. We'll see. Okay, this is where I'm gonna end off for a little the stream. Gonna take a break, give me some food, and come back to it later. I'm gonna start adding some stars in the background because the background matters a lot. And then from there, I'm going to start adding stars around here because this is a little solar system. It all makes sense in the future. And if you wonder how I'm doing this, there's certain techniques and tricks and tips I use, which, like I said, this is for you guys, so you can check it out later, and then, you know, skip to where you need to skip to and learn some of the techniques I use in making my levels. Let's go ahead and save this version. And we'll just call it that. I should have just called it Nebula, but we'll just click it. Space background. Alright, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Take care.